Start over. Start over.
No, what I would like to say is we are going to cut the cake, and maybe a few of Dave's co-workers or friends from the office would like to say something about all the fun they had and all the years that they worked together. So
that won't take long.
Is there anybody? Please come on up. Please just come on, because I think that'd be real nice to do before we cut the cake.
Ask him how many beers he had first.
Exactly.
Because I have one. No, I'm Charles Tillman, and I've worked with Dave Bragg. I started working for him back in 2007 as a contractor, and worked for him for a couple of years. And I just want to say that he's no nonsense kind of guy, you know. He takes
no doubt about that.
Definitely about business, and works hard. And very well deserved retirement here. And he plays even harder. He actually helped me with my swing. I finally started going out golf with him too. So works hard and plays even harder. So it's all good. And congratulations.
Now, I met Dave back about 20 years ago. I got to the finance center. Dave was sitting in his little desk. We were working side by side. Dave would just start blurting out, this is stupid, this is stupid, this is dumb, what are they doing? That's how I met Dave. And I said, Dave, just tell us how you really feel, would you? Just one time. Because Dave doesn't have any opinions.
That was when he was working for the government, right?
Yeah. So as years go by, Dave and I think, got closer and closer because he is, as was pointed out, is no nonsense. We sit in staff meetings with our captain in the back. And Dave is not shy. Most of us sit back there being the captain. We're not going to tell the captain, that is stupid. Well, you know what? Dave does. Dave does not hold back, do you, Dave?
But you can only tell if it's stupid twice.
Yeah. It's kind of like our 2 butts and we're done. You get 2 stupids and you're done.
You're pretty smart, Dave.
Then Dave asked me to come down to Nags Head for the first time. What he didn't tell me to do is invest in golf balls. We played the course, and of course, I like Pro V1 X's.
Of course.
So do I now.
Hey? And Dave, now I understood. It wasn't because we had a bond or a friendship. It's because he was low on golf balls. I'll play the course, lose 2 dozen. Dave said, thank you very much. I've got 2 dozen golf balls for next week. So this time, I actually put a logo on my golf ball that says, Golf Hacks. Not yours, put it back. I came down and played the course. Dave comes to the staff meeting. He said, you know what? You know what I found? He says, I found more of your golf balls. And you know how I know they're your golf balls? Because it says right on them, they're Golf Hacks. He loves this here. And now that I came down and met a lot of you, I can see why he comes down. And I think that being retired and coming down here and now and enjoying life and having friends like you all, I think is good for him. And I think he loves it. And I'm looking forward to coming down more, and now he's got time to do it. And you know what? He's retired now. He needs somebody to support his golf ball habit. Congratulations.
Well, I'd like to say that I have worked for Dave Bragg for the last 20 years, and he is the biggest a-hole. glad he's gone. No, seriously. We're really going to miss the guy, and miss him so much, I'm going to go ahead and retire pretty soon myself. Anyway, we've had a good 20 years together, and we have 20 more. And,
Yeah, I guess I direct straight here. And some of these things, we had a nice ceremony for Dave at the Finance Center when he retired, a great ceremony. It was like one of the most attended retirement ceremonies I ever saw. It was either they liked Dave or they wanted to make really sure he was leaving. I'm not sure. But what they were talking about, that rule about only telling me twice when I was the CEO there, actually it was my rule, it was the 2 but sir rule. There was only one guy that violated it, though, was Dave. He always knew what he was thinking, he always told you. And Dave had a good reputation for being really known for telling you what he thinks. And it was at headquarters, and everybody said, "Oh, it's Dave again." You know what he's thinking. The thing about Dave is Dave would tell you what he thinks, but he always got the job done. I mean, I could always rely on Dave to get the job done when I was in charge of the finance. But I knew Dave for a long time, too, because I've been doing this for a long time in the Coast Guard. Dave's been doing this for a long time in the Coast Guard, several locations in the Coast Guard. But he's done a great job. And we've already really missed Dave in the short time that he's been gone, because I retired from the Coast Guard, and I'm working back at the Finance Center now. But Dave's he's great. And I'm going to tell you one thing that Dave, to tell you how he thought about stuff, I used to have a weekly meeting with him on Wednesdays. And Dave was the only person to tell me what he really thought about those weekly meetings. He goes, we're going to the dentist. It's like going to the dentist every Wednesday to go into our meetings. But Dave he was great. It was a great person to work with Dave. I really enjoyed our years together. We were able to work together. We recently moved to Southern Shores for Currituck, so we've enjoyed it and saw the same life that you all have lived down here. So we enjoyed that here. So I know you're going to enjoy the retirement down here. So best to both of you in your retirement now. And maybe we'll see more of you on this side as opposed to the work side.
Thank you, Bragg.
Go ahead, Lee.
Want me to do this?
Yeah.
All right, well,
Good face, dude.
somebody has to represent the contractor side of this.
There you go.
But Don, you stole my thunder. You already called him an a-hole. Oh, don't laugh like you hadn't called him one, too. First time I ever sat down with Dave, I sat down and he goes, "You know, I was thinking about firing you guys." And I said, "Well, you don't even know me yet." He goes, "That just makes it easier to fire you guys." And it's a funny thing. Every once in a while, you meet this person who tells you something straight, exactly how it is, exactly what's wrong, exactly what's right, and gives you the chance to make things right when they aren't right. And that's the kind of honesty that you don't run into a whole lot these days. And underneath, even though Dave, I know you're trying to be a tough guy a lot of the times, underneath all of it, you see this good humor that he's got. And Dave is a good friend to a lot of people. And he's a good friend to a lot of people by telling them how things are and how things can be made right. And we could use a lot more people in this world like Dave Bragg. So, Dave, happy retirement. Thanks for giving me a hard time. It was a great way to become a friend. I treasure our friendship, as I know many of the people in this room do. And if you look around this room and you look around a lot of the places that Dave has worked, you learn there's a lot of value in telling people something straight. So thanks, Dave. And I'm going to hug your wife while I'm here.
That's easy to do. Anybody can do that.
You call the name.
All right. All right. Hey, baby.
I'm not a very elegant speaker. And I can't speak to his professional side. But I met Dave Bragg. How many years y'all been married?
We were married 16. You met him 17 years ago.
17 years ago. And I met him because y'all think he's an asshole. You should have known his first husband. So, Dee and I became friends, and then she started dating this guy, and she wanted me to kind of vet him, so to speak, as they would say today. But we met down at I forget what bar that was. I think it was Beach Bar or wherever. And I met Dave, and I said, you know, I kind of like this turkey. He's not that good looking, but you know, he's not a bad guy. And then I got to know Dave, and I said, you know, this is the keeper here. And again, I'm not speaking from a professional standpoint. I'm just speaking from a friendship standpoint. And I really appreciate Dave very, very much because my friend Dee married Dave. And it was one of the best things that ever happened to Dee. And I appreciate him for taking care of her like that. And he became a good friend of mine. And he drinks a bit. And he's opinionated a bit. But thank you, Dave Bragg, for being who you are.
John Edwards, and I could hire you as my videographer.
Okay. I'm not.
Alice speechless.
I think it's all been said.
Okay.
I think it's all been.
Okay, so what I would like to say is my life is wonderful, and we have had a wonderful, wonderful, happy time, and now that we're living here full time, it's wonderful. We're very happy to be here, and this is our primary residence, and we're residents now here in Nags Head, and that has made life even sweeter. So when you thought it couldn't get any better, and I love you very much, Dave, and I'm very proud of you, and I cherish everything we have, baby.
All right. Now tell us like it is.
Okay. Here's the deal. While all these people came down to see me, I think they actually liked the golf course more than me. And they just wanted to get down here and get a good deal to play. So, you know, that's how half of that works. But in all honesty, you know, I've really enjoyed working with the people that I worked with there. There have been some trials and tribulations. You know, there's a lot of Democrats that are in our office. And, it was difficult to bite my tongue along with Bubba. He's another Democrat. I think I'm going to send him to the Finance Center to work for a couple of years, and then he can really see, you know, how the government operates, and then he might become a Republican.
There you go.
And at my retirement, we have our comptroller, Miss Sheraton. If you ever run into her, run the other way. You know, it's a typical DC person. They know everything. You can't tell them anything. Kind of like Bubba.
But Dave, right after we argue.
When are you going to give me a drink? Every time you come by the house, you go, hey, how about a vodka and cranberry? I deliver. Like Mark Rose said, I deliver. But, you know, I had a good run, 32 years, 6 months, and 5 days, and that was quite enough. You know, it was fun. You know, it's a job. You go in every day. You have people that you see every day. I had 145 people working for me when I left. You know, I got over it. You know, it was like there's so much political correctness now. You've got 145 people, and who has an EEO complaint? Who has a bad back that they need a special chair? Who needs this? Who needs that? I said, you know what? I had it. I've had it. If I was an employee, I might still be working, but as a supervisor, you just have too many responsibilities and people to deal with on a daily basis, and you have to keep your P's and Q's right. You know, you can't walk in and say, hey, you look good today, because then the woman next to the woman that you said, hey, you look good today, has an EEO complaint because I didn't tell her she looked good. Or she was offended because I said the other woman looked good, so I said, you know what, I can't be that politically correct anymore, and now that I'm retired, I gotta be less politically correct. So, you know, if you see me running for an office in Bragg said, I know I won't get Bubba's vote, but the other people in here might vote for me. Anyway, I want to thank everyone for coming. I hope you enjoyed this. You know, enjoy the rest of the evening with the music. Y'all might want to take a break when I get up to sing my song, but if I have a couple more drinks, it might sound good. And Tommy's going to help out a couple other people, so it might sound better. Thank you.
Okay, we got 3 cheers for Dave. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hooray, Dave! Retired and refired.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Jay.